Ethan LaRochelle. I'm a Thayer PhD student and I plan to graduate in 2020. I'm an engineer and a humanitarian. Before I came to Thayer, I was working in industry for a few years, and before that I graduated from Northeastern with a BS in engineering. Engineering is a way of problem solving, and there are a lot of problems in the world, and I really feel like engineers have an obligation with the amount of education they have to solve some of the world's problems. Engineering and humanitarian aid or development really go hand in hand together. It's a great way to apply skills that we're learning in the classroom to really help people. I've been to Honduras probably a little over a dozen times now over the past 15 years. I got involved originally with a nonprofit based in Norwich, actually, ACTS Honduras, ACTS. It stands for Americans Caring, Teaching and Sharing. They've been traveling there since the mid-80s. They've set up a bunkhouse, a medical clinic, different educational resources. A lot of what we did was focused around helping communities that didn't have the resources to implement solutions to some of their problems. And some of the early work that we did was working with villages that didn't have water at each of the houses. They would go to streams or puddles essentially and collect water. And so what we did was we worked for about 6 months designing a solution, and then we went down and traveled and worked with the villagers to dig trenches and install pipes and help them get water at each of their houses. On these water projects, we would go down and we would work with the villagers. We would train them on how to do maintenance. We would be there maybe for 2 weeks at a time, but we'd have teams going every 6 months or so and following up, working with new villages. I think I've worked with about 6 villages on these water projects. Since then, it's kind of grown into working on education, bringing resources for education. Now I work with the Cancer Center here at Dartmouth, and we collaborate on cancer screenings and getting people the care they need. And we're trying to expand some of our research to help more people with the work we're doing here. Combining engineering here at Thayer and the work we do in Honduras can be difficult. It can be difficult to find time to do both. What I generally try to do is think about how the problems that we're solving in the lab here might have an application in the future. And it's not necessarily something that's going to happen tomorrow, but just looking at some of these key pieces of the puzzle that we're working on and how that might be brought to the developing world to help people.